Dakota land where the skies are wide and the freedom stands. With a Bible in my hand and a prayer in my heart, living this life where the wild plays its part. Dust on my boots and my hat pulled low, got my trusty rifle and I'm ready to go. Hunting the game as the sun hits the sky in the heart of the 701. I feel so alive. Guns and the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins in this wild, wild land where the spirit remains. We're living free, living bold, side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. Ranch in the fields, the cattle run free with a purpose so strong, it's our grand legacy. The rivers run deep as we cast out our lines, fish in the waters where the North Star shines. Got the warmth of the sun with the chill of the night. With every shot fired, we're ready to fight for the freedom we cherish. The second is true. With family beside us, we stand through and through. Guns in the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins in this wild, wild land where the spirit remains. We're living free, living bold, side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. In a world that's spinning with sins that they wield, we stick to our values. Our fate is revealed with the word as our guide. We tread on the earth, a community built from the love, not the curse. Raising our voices, singing loud through the night, for God and our freedom, we'll continue the fight. Let the rifles ring out, let the spirits align. In North Dakota's embrace, our souls intertwine. So when you hear the gunshots and feel that proud sound, know it's faith and freedom that echoes around. From the fields of the ranch to the depths of the lake, with God on our side, there's nothing at stake. Guns and the 71 forever will stand in the heart of our faith in this great free
All right. Good evening, fellow MVEs. Glad to have you here on the 16th of June. It was a busy day for me around here, out there trying to do a little hand. Got some equipment ready to rock and roll as well. Just busy, barely made it in here. Leon is supposed to be joining tonight. He's evidently running late. I do believe he had a show beforehand, so not a big deal. But let's go ahead and get this baby started like we do each and every week, and that's with our Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And we got some great stories here for you tonight. I'm positive we can make that the most important words in the Second Amendment. It gets more important every day. Leon, you made it.
By the skin of my teeth.
You know, I think you were on another stream, weren't you?
I was, yeah. And unlike you, like my good friend Perry, I love that dude. But we were like 20 minutes in, and he hadn't hit the live button. And
Oh,
yes, so we ran long, and I apologize for getting here late. But
no
yeah,
worries.
I am here and ready to go.
Yeah, no worries. You know what? It just we start at 7-ish, right?
We're on CPT, man. You know that.
Hey, good evening to everybody. Truth and Politics. Glad to have you with us. And of course, I know Jamie's on over there with 701 Nation. Glad to have you with us, Paul. And of course, all of our regulars. We can't do it without you, that's for sure. So I like to start. I did the Second Amendment, but I always like to start with a prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, unless you'd like the honors, Leon. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you today for every blessing that you have given us. We have food on our tables, we have shelter above us, and we have all of our needs fulfilled. Without you, we have nothing. Everything is yours, and we need to give glory and thanks to you each and every day. And know that we can never reach the kingdom of heaven unless we go through Jesus Christ, your only Son, who died for each and every sin that we have upon us. Lord, we ask that you keep us strong, build our faith so that we only turn to you. And then it doesn't matter what else is happening in the world because it's your will. And we will be delivered if we just follow you. We also ask that you watch over our men and women and President Trump and all of our leaders so that they will see your word and your light and your love and act accordingly. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, it's it's funny. I know this has nothing to do with our show, but I do my daily devotions. I don't share them as much right now, only because I get up, I do that, and then I get out and go to work. It's that time of the year. But today I was in Leviticus and in Romans. I'm sure you're familiar with those, Leon. And it's because I got to thinking about the month of June that's been hijacked by evil satanic people as far as I'm concerned. And I mean, it clearly says what you shall not do, right? It's all laid out pretty clear there in both Leviticus, Old Testament, and of course Romans, New Testament, and throughout the Bible. And that's why my Pride Month is red, white, and blue, baby.
Just like the festivities a couple of nights past.
Yes. Oh, wasn't that? I didn't get to watch it, but I've seen plenty of clips. My goodness, what a production! And I'm telling you.
So I was on, and I'm gonna have my good buddy Bob Wheeler. We're gonna chop it up on Friday's show.
Okay.
But so me and Bob Wheeler, we were watching it at the same time and just kind of texting back and forth. And me and Eli are out there, and we're screaming, and the eagle, like Trump can do. That dude's a showman.
Like, it's America, right?
It is America, and again, like I just said, like not 20 minutes ago, it is a welcome change from topless trannies dancing on the White House lawn. Like,
amen.
My God, the patriotism. Like, I think I grew 4 chest hairs just in the open. And Eli was out there. Yeah, that's what I love. Why don't we do that, man? I love this country. I want my kids to love this country.
I grew up that way. I grew up with people that were patriotic and loved this country. I mean, we didn't always agree on how it was being run. I mean, men are men, right? I mean, our people that we elect, our representatives, I refuse to call them leaders. They're not my leaders. They're my representatives. They're supposed to be there for us. But
are they really?
Well, we're going to get into that probably. So, I couldn't. I felt a lot of pride when I watched that flyover go over, and I didn't get a chance to watch the festivities, but there's enough stuff out there and clips that you can put it together pretty good. And what an event! What a show of pride, and what a better way to celebrate the 80th birthday party of our elected president.
and Dustin Gagey, like, you don't get this level of patriotism in any other sport. It's
No.
why I love combat sports so much.
Well, I will. I say you do get that in the rodeo world. I can tell you that
Okay,
from
yep.
firsthand knowledge. Not
No,
just that.
you are 100% correct. Me and Eli, we go to every rodeo we can specifically because of that.
Yeah, you get the patriotism, and they are so close to God. And when you think about riding, I tried to be a bronc rider at one time. You better have a little trust in God. I'm telling you.
You're sitting atop a bunch of pissed off testosterone, man. Like, you need a little.
I still had one more brain cell than a bull rider, so I never hopped on those bulls. But I did do the saddle broncs, and it was fun. But I was young and invincible.
Dustin Gagey. If you watch anything, watch that dude. Like, he was the. I'm going to set it up. I'm just going to take like 2 seconds on this play. So Dustin Gagey is the underdog, like by a lot. By like 1,000. He's older. He's 37 years old. He's fighting like a 25-year-old dude. This 25-year-old dude is from like Mexico. He's Mexican. He's got all of his tattoos. He's undefeated. His last 5 fights were by knockout in the first round. He's like Mike Tyson in his prime. And then you got Dustin Gagey. He's just this like white boy farm dude. Loves America, wrapped in the American flag, like and Gagey is great. Like, he in his prime, he was a beast, absolute beast. He walks out to patriotic music. He stands and he looks at he salutes the flag. He salutes the president. He's looking at the White House with reverence and tears in his eyes. And he goes out there and he said, this is what he said. He said, I knew I was going to get beat. I told myself that I'm going to get beat just so I could get to that primal place. And once he got to the primal place, he says, we're just going to effing war. Me and this dude, and I'm doing it for basically the red, white, and blue. And my God, oh my goodness, man. You should have seen it. That the underdog made the champion's face look like hamburger.
Oh, wow.
It was unbelievable. There was a couple of times that Gagey was in trouble, and he said that, but he's got a gas tank on him, so he can walk through it. It's like he said, I tell my body to shut the hell up. We're going through this thing. And that's what he did. And then when he was, like, it was an awesome display. If you like that sort of thing, and I do, it was just you cannot ask for a better fight. It was the best UFC event ever. Like, it was that good. And Dana White said that. He was like, "Oh my God, I couldn't believe it." Like, every fight didn't go to the judges. It was decisive, and everybody was on their feet. And then the Marine Band. The Marine Band is so versatile and so
I heard that. I heard all about that. Yeah.
And Bob Wheeler was. I had to mute him for a bit because he was like, "Oh, those are the Marines." I'm like, ah. But Bob, man, it was
all Marine. There's no doubt about that.
But it was phenomenal. That's all I got to say. And me and my friend Perry, we had a conversation not too long ago what the 250th was going to look like on the conservative side versus the left. And you saw a good contrast to that because the liberals had a little concert that they were calling the anti. And if you saw that thing, oh my testosterone level dropped 21 points just by clicking over there and watching two minutes of it. I couldn't do it.
The clips that I saw, some of that, it was just a disgrace, really. I mean, the bulls we just checked today, when you take the circumference of their manhood, they got bigger ones than some of the boys that were on that stage. I'm telling you.
100%.
So, yeah. I just, can you imagine if Trump wouldn't have won, what our 250th would have looked like? It would have been a disgrace, wouldn't have? Hey, thank you. Someone scanned our QR code, and thank you for subscribing to Guns and 701. We love that. I love a little notification when you get that.
I do too. You guys got to do that. Well, maybe I should put it up there. Clay, where do I get that little QR code?
I can load it onto your side of it. I can do that.
Okay, good deal. That's pretty snazzy. Seeing that, knowing folks are into it, and you make a good point, and somebody subscribes there. That's confidence building right there.
Before we move off of this a little bit, I am a little disappointed because I did try to get tickets to the 4th of July celebrations, and one of them's going to be on the 3rd down at Mount Rushmore. So they did it by a lottery. There was only 1,600 tickets available. I did not get. I put in for 4 tickets. I think that's what you were allowed to put in for. I figured I know I can get rid of them if no one here wants to go. So, but when I was reading what they are doing around Mount Rushmore down Black Hills, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure Trump, somebody of high statute, I'm talking president or vice president, is going to be there, because the protocols they had put in place and the perimeter they were running was just about like when I went to the Trump rally in Rapid City for the GOP fundraiser down there. So it hasn't been announced, of course, but I am confident the way they have the highways shut down and they have shuttle buses that you can get on. Of course, you go through the security check before you get there and when you get to Mount Rushmore. That's not normal. Yeah. So I'm disappointed because I was really looking forward to possibly getting in there, but I was not one of the lucky ones to get drawn for a ticket. And that's the fairest way you do it when you got that many people converging into one area for so few tickets. But I hope they televise it. It's going to be pretty cool. I don't know who all the guests are actually going to be there, but I'm sure we could figure out some of them. But I've heard nothing. I don't know if Trump's the guy, but with the security protocols that they have around that place, pretty good chance someone like him showing up. So
I tell you, when he came to North Dakota some time ago, I was the network engineer for UPS, and I was putting in that brand new server room and all of that at the airport where the Happy Hooligans are, and that's where he flew in to. So I got to see it there. But I'm an introvert, so like even if I got tickets to something like that, I wouldn't go. Like I'd watch it on TV, but
I can tell you that when I went down there to Rapid, that was just in the ice hockey arena off of the Civic Center or now the Monument. All these Civic Centers got to seem to change their name, whatever. And I'm not a fan, of security protocols, but to see the president, I went ahead and I just said, yep, okay. And the burly dudes that they had at that checkpoint, I'm not going to try anything. I can't imagine anyone would. And I don't even think anyone could have run into that building if they had ill intentions. Now, they might have got some people outside, but I doubt they could have even got in there. It was locked down pretty hard. So with that, well, I'll tell you what, that brings us, let's take our very first break, and then we'll come back. We got an election to discuss from last week. It was disappointing, but not unexpected. That's how I've been putting it, and I think that's how everybody felt. So let's go take a time out, or as Rush used to say, an obscene profit time out, and we'll be right back. Well,
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right, go where lemons go. Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just 1 block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. Kalon's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
All right, we are back for Guns and 701, episode 190 here. Can you believe that? 190 episodes already. I cannot believe that.
That's crazy.
If you'd have told me that, when we started this thing, I was like, yeah. I mean, we're just coming on. August is going to be starting our 4th year.
Nice.
So, start season 4 in August. We'll be on the air 3 years already. Lots of changes, lots of great things, but it has grown and grown, and I'm just so thankful that everybody still tunes in. And and from this, think about it. Jamie's doing one now, so that was like kind of think of it as sitcoms, and you have a little startup on the side, a spinoff. So glad to see it happening. All right, so we had a little thing here last week, an election. Well, thanks again. Someone just scanned that QR code. Thank you very much. And I can tell you, everybody, that there's lots of levels when you do that, and everything helps. And I can tell you that it really does help pay those bills. Because I can tell you right now, me and Leon and David and Vance, we're not getting paid right now to do this. We are buying some equipment and doing. We have
Don't tell them that, man.
But we have to have equipment. We had to upgrade our board, and at least here, and we're going to try to do that for all of us. So, all right, primary elections, 2026, North Dakota. I guess I'm going to start with District 31, being that's where I'm at, Leon.
Sure. And
I was watching this thing come in. Of course, I was camping. Remember? That's why you were filling in last week, and I appreciate you doing that, by the way. At Raleigh Reservoir, quick little thing. I shouldn't tell nobody. Don't go there. It's horrible. Don't go. No, it's a very nice little place. It's quiet. It's well kept. I shouldn't give it away because I think it's one of the secrets nobody knows about. But my goodness, what a beautiful little area. But anyway, I was watching the results come in. And when I went to bed Tuesday night, I thought Mary Grainer won. And all of a sudden, we had a ballot drop. I mean, just like California, really. And I'm sitting there going, are you kidding me? And it was 16-ish%. I can't remember off the top of my head here, but very low turnout in most of the precincts, right? Except for one. I think it was 42%, higher than it was during the general election with Trump on the ballot 2 years ago. I don't know about you, but that is something that, whether it's legit or not, doesn't matter. It is something that raises concern and should be looked in, but I bet nothing will ever happen. It's just unfortunate. I don't know if you was watching that, but go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Oh, no, I did. And again, I'm skeptical of pretty much everything. So when I see things like that, I'm like, huh. Yes. And I've talked to my good buddy Coachman, and like back in the day, and I've heard of shenanigans in North Dakota. I'll just say that before. So it does make me think. But the biggest issue that I had was the low voter turnout, especially on our side. Like in Fargo, my God, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't think, like, I have a good friend who thinks that Josh ran a great campaign. I don't believe he did.
I don't either.
The thing that happened, though, was we did not turn out. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But I couldn't believe how low the turnout numbers were. And then when you look statewide and you see how many people, and a friend of mine counseled me on this also. They said, because I was just pissed off about the fact that all of these Bergamites won, and that's what I'm calling them, Bergamites.
Well, they were.
And just so you guys know, all of the folks that won want the data centers. They want the data centers. So if you sat at home or you were one of these comfortable conservatives, I just had a conversation not half an hour ago with a guy from Minnesota who said to me, but Tafoya can win.
Oh, wow.
If that's our attitude, give this thing up now. Yeah, give it up now. Because what you're saying is the people that have principle, that have merit, that will stand in the breach for you are not electable. That means you deserved what you get. If that's your mindset, you deserve exactly. You're comfortable and you're compliant. You're not smart. You're not principled. You're comfortable. And that's why we are where we are. That little boy that went into your daughter's dressing room because he feels pretty, he got there because you were comfortable and you were compliant. The machine proves.
Well, look at just District 31. So the state average, I think, was 20.84, 20.8, something like that turnout. That's horrible, but not surprising on an off-year election, right, Leah? We all know that primary election, especially when it's not a presidential election, is always. But let's just say 20%. So, or 21% if you want to round up. So everybody that's listening tonight, remember your Second Amendment rights, your First Amendment rights, the entire constitutional rights that you are guaranteed. They're not given to us by government. They're endowed by our creator. We possess them and tell the government what you can't do to us, whether it be federal, state, it don't matter. Those rights.
It's enumerated. It tells you what the government can't do.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We can't do it.
Threw that thing out of the window.
And in that, we let 20% of the people make those decisions for 100%.
100%.
And that's a shame. It's really embarrassing, and I know people that didn't vote. Of course, what do you say to them? You want to get mad? I'm kind of beyond that in my life, getting pissed off and chewing them out. I know, but I'm just a bit. You know me. I'm in a different place since last. But it's still frustrating. And then you sit there and they complain about what's happening. Oh, well, A, did you vote? No. Then you're the problem. Yep. And then if they did vote, who you vote for? And it's the same old people. I go, so you voted for the same people the subject that matter with these people happen to be data centers. I said, so you voted for the 2 public service commission people, candidates, that are going to make that happen rather than the 2 that were going to at least ask questions.
Yeah.
But I just brought up these averages. All right. Sioux County, 16.4%. This is my district. Morton County, 18.1. Hettinger County, 18 in Morton County. We only have a little slice of it, but Hettinger County, 38. And Grant County was 49%. That was higher. 49% voting for No-Show Shibley, who voted for eminent domain on carbon capture. He did it for wind towers. He did it for solar farms. He's horrible on education. I mean, he got the endorsements from all of the, government accredited school district, whatever associations that they shouldn't have because they're also taxpayer funded and are supposed to work for the people. I've never understood the school board association. Why do they have association to lobby for them? All they got to do is talk to their people, right? Anyway, it's always been an Achilles. So I look at this and I go, what happened in District 31 there is an anomaly here. And when we went to bed, Mary was ahead by a lot over no show. And I really thought she had it. The people I'd talked to, I figured she had it. And I'm sitting there thinking, my goodness. So this guy who votes continually against everything he ran on in this election, I will give him this. Don is pro 2A and has not wavered in his votes. I got it, whether I like him personally or not, on that issue, he's been solid. But there was more to this election than that.
Yep.
And I'm just saying, man, he's a moderate at best. I'd call him middle of the road. He sure as heck is not. Absolutely not a conservative. And unfortunately, my friend Armstrong did support him, and that was too bad to see that, because that was not the man to support. Everybody complained about Burgum, but Kelly did handpick and cherry pick through a pack and got his candidates. Money talked. The advertisements were relentless. I'm telling you, I've never seen so many establishment Republican people come out and get involved. I've never seen it.
Data centers equal tons of money, and that's the thing. I even heard that Democrats were voting for the establishment, basically. I think
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that does. I've been beating this since I got to this state, Leon. I grew up in South Dakota. We have voter registration. It is tougher to cheat down there or crossover, especially with the deadlines of changing parties. Not that it can't happen. Up here, it's wide open primary as far as you go in, but I could have went in and asked, or I could have voted the Democrat primary. I mean, it's all there.
Yeah,
but I didn't. You can't do that in, I don't know, any other state. Well, you got some jungle primaries like California, but right now, we need to get a grip on, if we're going to have primary voting, then we need to have voter registration. Plain and simple. It does a couple things. It tells you who your base is, right? All them people that the establishment people like Kelly, Julie, Kramer, everybody who held an office did not attend the state convention and give a big old middle finger to the people that actually are the party. It was a disgrace, honestly.
100%.
So go ahead.
I will say this also. I have heard scuttlebutt that Democrats voted in this primary, and what I think. So from what I can understand, what their strategy is to get folks like me, who, I got a bone to pick with the establishment, get me to vote for Hammer, or to get me, and don't laugh at it, because I know a lot of people that say, and election night, I was one of these people. I think I said, that maybe the Republicans in North Dakota need to lose a couple of election cycles to get us back on track, so that they appreciate us, because they showed us that they did not appreciate the NDGOP, the district chairs, the people that go out, talk to the grassroots, the people that are actually the heart and soul of the Republican Party in North Dakota. We may not be the money, but we're the heart and soul. And you see where that got us. They hate us, dude. They hate us. They did not want to talk to us. They don't want to. We are the unwashed masses, in their humble opinion. There was a story about some politicians, and this is way back when, where the elites at the Capitol didn't want to come out at certain times of the day and certain months, because the smell of the unwashed masses was just kind of overwhelming. No, that's a true thing. As a matter of fact, I'll get the story this Friday. I'll read the story. But that's what it felt like to me when all these people skipped the convention. When all these people, they don't want to talk to you. I probably shouldn't say that, but that's what it feels like to me. Like, these people really don't like us. They have an agenda.
They don't because they aren't true conservatives. They're definitely not constitutionalists. They might be Republicans, and that is not what we want. I want a conservative constitutionalist who follows the Republican platform. I see Matt's listening. Hey, Matt, good to have you listening in, our chairman. And I'm telling you.
2 seconds.
Yep, go ahead.
People like Matt, like, this is what I like. I like to talk, and I was speaking with Ben Koppelman this weekend, and Jared, and I'm drawing a blank on a couple of the other ones. Folks like that I can sit down and we can talk about, like, first principles, right. Christianity, how that plays a part in the broader society. I love those conversations, and I love supporting people like that because I know where their base is, how their worldview is shaped by this thing that we call Christianity and this thing we call first principles. I love that. You don't get that from Fedorchak. You do not get that from that class of politician. They will never do that because they can't say the wrong thing. They have to couch their words. Matt comes on, he's like Jesus first, right there, man.
Absolutely.
Matt's
just a stand-up guy, and I've known Matt for a long time. I have a lot of respect for Matt, and I think he's been a fantastic chairman of the NDGOP and a breath of fresh air. See, you and me and people like Matt, we love it because it's right. It's just right. But you got to remember the old guard who took over in the late 80s of Bismarck. They basically brought the Republicans into power, but they didn't do it with conservative Christian constitutionalists. They did it with whoever they could get and make this big tent and took over. And then, rah, we're a conservative state. No, you're not.
You're not.
I remember looking in from that when I was in South Dakota.
Religion does not make a good person. I disagree.
Right.
I disagree. You
What's
know
that?
why?
Religion and practicing Christianity. I know a lot of religious people, Leon.
Yeah.
That I would never call Christians, but they call themselves that. And so it kind of depends on where you're at on what the definition of religion is.
You're reading that comment?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Okay.
Religion does not make a good person. Depends on if you're practicing. That's a whole nother rabbit hole that we.
I can be. My religion could be Muslim. I can be a practicing Muslim, and I can smack my wife around.
Yeah,
because
or behead someone because Allah told you to do it. Yeah,
100%. Kill an infidel, lie, cheat, steal. As long as I'm doing it for the greater good of Allah, I can do all that.
And it's dictated by the Quran. People who defend the Muslim. Well, that's all. Telling you right now, it's not a Muslim religion, it's a Muslim cult. That's plain and simple. That's what I call it. It is not afforded the First Amendment right of the protection of religion. And you know what? Go home. If you don't like it here, if you like that, go back.
Yep. And I'll push back on that whole religion thing. Our country was set up. You know how our country became the beacon of liberty and freedom? It's because it was set up, not a government of men. It was set up as a government under God. So our rights, and this is the primary difference between Democrats and big government rhinos and that class of people and folks like me and Clay. We understand that our rights come from God, and that all our founding document does is codify that and say, hey, government is going to protect you when men who are flawed tend to trample on your God-given rights.
Absolutely.
Now, if you tell me that religion doesn't make a good a person or a good country, I have to push back on that, because our country is the best thing going on. Everybody wants to get here, and it's because our first principles were rooted in the first principles, God's plan for man. That's what it was rooted in. That's why we are who we are and where we are. Right now, the spirit of the age, that's what Steve Deace calls it, the spirit of the age, I agree with it, is counterfeiting all of the good things. He's counterfeiting. Oh, so you want liberty? Well, how about transsexuals? How about homosexuality, sodomy? How about all of these great things? Everything good that God creates, Satan counterfeits. And I don't mean to go on a preaching tangent, but this is just
fine.
where I am right now.
Well, you're not wrong. And, you know, we had Bible class last night, and, you know, every Monday night. And it's, you know, this is what we talk about. I mean, we don't just sit. If you don't know everybody, when you have Bible class, you have discussions. It is based in Scripture. Yep. And that's why we were actually reviewing in the books of Leviticus as well, and Romans, and kind of studying that as well. And we watched a video that a guy brought. But they are the kind of conversations you have, because that's what we're looking for. We want to be closer to God's word, not man. I have no use for man in the sense, right? We're here temporarily. Leon knows it. I know. Anyone that's a practicing Christian knows that we're here temporarily. This is our temporary home. Yep. Right? And we got a much grander place that we're going to, but you don't get in for free, okay? It's not you're not going to get a participation trophy. It's not going to happen. And but that's a whole. We could just do a whole show on that, Leon.
Dude, you're speaking my language right now. And there's a lot that needs to be said.
Brian says, standing in my garage doesn't make you a car. And going to church doesn't make you a good person, John Wayne. Going to church, that's a whole nother thing, which I love my church family, right? I love going there. I love being there as a church family and having the camaraderie with all of these Christian people that I know are. And I'm not saying everyone in our church is. I'm pretty positive there's some people there doing it out of habit. Maybe their wives made them come. You know, there are those out there.
Yeah.
or the C&E Christian, you know, the Christmas and Easter. There are those people. But, so going to the building does not make you necessarily a good Christian.
You know what makes you a good Christian? Seeing the Imago Dei in your fellow man.
Absolutely. You better tell people what that is, Leon.
Well, the image of God that's imprinted on every single one of us at conception. Conception.
That's how we were created, in His image. He didn't want this for us.
If I can see that clay is made in the image of my God, and he is my brother, how can I raise a hand to strike him? How can I do him wrong? Because I don't want him to do me the same way, do unto to others, the golden rule, that sort of thing. Absolutely. It's the thing that's missing in liberal crap hole cities.
Absolutely.
They don't see the Imago Dei in their fellow man. And many of those victims look just like the people that are victimizing them, because even though they're the same color, they live in the same area, they have the same culture, they can't see the thing that connects them. They are bereft of that, and it saddens me, as a matter of fact. And I'm not going to sit here and do a whole sermon series or anything like that. And I am not a soft man. I mean, Clay, you've met me. I'm not a soft guy.
No,
but it saddens me to see that, and to see how far off track we've gotten as a nation. And it all goes right back to that. It goes back to the Imago Dei and a higher power, the thing that we were set up to be.
If we returned to how we were created and how this nation came to be, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't 100%. Be here. But, Dan says, Satan holds dominion over the world, but not us. The only thing that we can do is the only thing he can do is to deceive us, which he's very good at. He's a master of deception, lies, and chaos. That's what
he's been around.
He dwells. Yeah, and we see that every single day. I can go anywhere and see it, and I'm guilty of it every day too, almost giving in, and then you got to say nope, not today. So it's recognizing.
Yeah, because just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're like this superhuman thing, and like sin and temptation just kind of rolls off your back. No, it's a daily thing, man. It's a daily thing.
It's a daily thing.
Every day, I have a really nice picture window in the upstairs bathroom. Every day, I sit down. I kneel down, and I just pray. I pray for forgiveness for the things that I knew I did that was wrong, and the things that I don't even realize. I also give gratitude for the blessings that I see and the blessings that I have no idea happened, where His hand just kind of steered me out of trouble.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And you have to do it, and as long as you're looking to a higher power, a place outside of yourself, a entity outside of yourself that holds you accountable for the things that you do on this planet, you're going to be all right. And if you
Absolutely.
can see, like before I strike my brother or my fellow man, if I know that Jesus is up there going,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
look at it this way. I always had respect for my father and my mother, which is also commanded by God, by the way, everybody. So I did ask myself at times, oh man, if Dad found out or my mom, who would be more disappointed? And I don't think I could disappoint them like that, And sometimes I'd say, the heck with it, do it anyway. Well, that's what we do when we sin against God. And then we got to sit there and go, all right, yeah, we screwed up. Now I need forgiveness. And, So, and Dan says it too, and I do this. So Dan says, when you wake up every morning, put the full armor of God on. And that's in the Ephesians 6, I believe.
100%.
And it is putting on, you're asking for God, protect me, give me that strength so that I can fight off the temptations. It's why people, we can relate this to Second Amendment. This is why people like me and you don't go out and shoot anyone and basically abuse our Second Amendment, because we know that it's morally wrong to just murder.
Yep.
We know it's morally wrong to even hurt somebody, taking our Second Amendment right that we have been granted.
Yep.
It's an enumerated power, and say, you know what? I just don't like the way you said that. Boom. No, we don't do that because we have that moral compass, and that's provided by God's word. It's just plain and simple.
I carry everywhere, and you know this. If you see me, I'm armed. And that's just it. And I can get a little excited, If anyone out there knows me, I can get a little excited. But the thing I cannot do is snuff out the Imago Dei, even in my enemy. To get me to that place, my loved one has to be in jeopardy of serious life and limb. And the only reason that I am able to do that and not just fly off at every commie liberal bastard that I see is because I know that there's a high, like my mom. I couldn't do it, and my mom is, looking down on me going, that boy right there.
Leon? Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's definitely not Jesus, and again, Clay, when me and you get together, we tend to do this thing.
Oh yeah. Well, and we shouldn't apologize for it. Talking about God and talking about His blessings. I am not quiet about it no more. Obviously, I used to be, but a lot of things happened that brought me to that, and I was like, wow, you know what? I can't be quiet anymore. And my belief is went so much deeper. I mean, but of course, I wake up every morning to give thanks for everything I have. Give thanks for the moisture. I am so thankful for everything I have that I can't describe it in words, Leon.
Yep.
And I got a wonderful family. We have a wonderful life. Am I rich? No, don't care. Are we well taken care of? Yes. We have everything we need. And what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Even me, even when I'm yelling at my 8-year-old, even as I'm yelling at him, I recognize the blessing that he is. Even Absolutely. As my dad is just teeing me off with 100 things that he's doing, and even in that, the fact that dude is knocking on 90, and he is still here bumping around to piss me off. That's a blessing. And I recognize it even as I'm like shaking my head going, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then just like the other day, we had the thunderstorm, and I'm out in the garage because I'm weird that way. And it just kind of, we used to call it the devil is beating his wife when it's sunny out. You got clouds everywhere, and it's raining, but it shouldn't be raining. And there's this wall-to-wall rainbow out there, and I yell it in the house. Yeah, and I call Eli out, and my wife comes out, and we're all just standing there, just looking at the glory that is. Dude, if you don't believe in God, all you got to do is look up.
Look up anywhere, and the rainbow in particularly special because that was the sign that he sent and said, "I will never flood the world again." That was his sign. You know, Noah and his family, which they only got. Think about getting on the ark because of your association. I mean, really, that's what that was about, because Noah was the only righteous one in that whole group, and the door was down. What? I don't even remember. But I'd have to go see. I'd have to go brush up on scripture, but it was at 3 or 5 days the door was down and nobody came. Kind of reminds you of voters, don't it? Nobody comes. The door's down. Everybody. All you got to do is vote.
They were like, look at that crazy guy up there. What's he bringing all those animals in for? Like,
he built an ark. What the heck? Yeah, no.
They didn't even know what an ark was.
Like, you realize that's you and me someday. We're going to be doing something crazy that we got asked to do and go, everybody's going, okay, Clay finally flipped his gourd over there up north. So,
nope, got a message.
Got a message. We'll see y'all later. Probably not.
So when that door closed, they were banging on it. When those first drops came, they were banging.
Oh, they were going, uh-oh. Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and I still got to get down there and get my feed. But, hey, Crappie Creek Feeds, LLC, Jason and Megan Holm, 605-850-3998. They have everything you need, your mineral, your liquid minerals, salt. Hey, I'm using some great barrels that have garlic in it, and the fly control is, I mean, it's not perfect. None of this is perfect, but it's chemical free. That's what I love about it. And my cattle do not have the flies on them that they usually would have, which is going to cost you money because it costs you pounds, and they're just not doing what they need to do. So get in there and give them guys a call. They're down there by Glad Valley if you're coming from the west, and if you're coming from the east, down there by Isabel, South Dakota. Jason and Megan Holm, 605-850-3998 for all of your livestock and mineral needs. They've got you covered, and you want to get all that nice. They've got some great things going on right now for those summer pastures as you're turning out. And we want to thank them for being our newest sponsor here at Guns and the 701. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back and probably maybe try to wrap up the election process and go over a few things that's going on in the news. We'll be right back here. Me and Leon joining up tonight, BlackBeardLogic and Guns in a 701.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right, go where lemons go. Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just 1 block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. Kalon's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hey, I got to also thank my friend Axe over there at Lauer Auto Repair. He's been with us since the very beginning. I think you've done a little business there too, haven't you, Leon?
A little bit. I got a gift I got to get out to Axe. I've been getting back into my woodworking. So I like something that Dan said. And I didn't know. I probably should have. He has that new page, Truth in Politics.
Yeah.
He says, I think one of the problems with the state is people are afraid to speak up. Everyone knows each other or in circles with each other. North Dakota Nice is a thing as people vote for personalities. This is the key point. People vote for personalities instead of principles. That's the thing. Yep. Like the whole fedora check, the whole, like all of the things. That's what happened this election cycle. We voted because we got inundated with the media and the sound bites, and too few people dug into it. I have friends of mine that are on the opposite side of this thing as I am. They don't think data centers are a big deal. They don't, and I'll be honest with you. Data centers are going to be. They're going to revolutionize the world that we live in. Like,
definitely going to be a huge change.
It is going to be a sea change that we have not seen since the inception of the internet. It is going to be massive. The only thing that I'm saying is we need safeguards. We do not need to run blindly into this because a bunch of politicians told us it was good. They are going to capitalize off of that. You will not. You will not. You'll get creature comforts, but instead, I don't know. I'll say it here. That whole, like, if the government becomes tyrannical, and with AI, they will absolutely be able to now. If it becomes tyrannical, there's no revolution. There's no plucky bunch of patriots gathering in a barn, to figure out how to overthrow none of that happens. We have the Internet of Things that they implemented 20 years ago and have gotten markedly better at it now. Everything will spy on you. Everything will have everything about you and everyone you're connected to.
It's not everything is going to spy on you. Everything is. And I don't know if you just saw the new Apple earbuds. They're going to have a camera in them. Not for recording for you. It's for their AI assistant to go ahead and do, make it better for you. Yeah, I'm never going to own a pair of them. But I still have wired ones.
Again, like I'm an IT guy. But everything I own is as low tech as possible, connected to a secure network. So if I pull the plug, nothing in here is getting out. Like nothing. I have a literal kill switch on my private network that I built myself. My cloud is my own. So when I tell you this, and then when I tell you that when they're talking about water usage, they're lying to you. When they're talking about electricity uses, they're lying to you. When they're
I don't understand.
And one other thing, Clay, eminent domain. They are lying to you about eminent domain. So,
well, here's what I don't understand. Rather than having let's just start with eminent domain. Why have the eminent domain fight? If they're so great and supported and subsidized, yes, they're subsidized by government, both local, state, and federal, put it on your land. Put it on the federally controlled land. Put it on the state controlled land. And put it right by the town. Towns are ugly anyway. You already built a bunch of junk and buildings and streets, which I can't stand being in the city anywhere, not even a little town. Why do you got to come out here where I live in the middle of nowhere and build this monstrosity of a building? I don't want to look at it. Plain and simple, just like I would never allow, I don't care if the windmill was actually good. I'd never let you put it on my land. I don't want to look at it. I live here for a reason. Yep. I like not seeing that stuff or people. In all honesty, Leon, it's getting too crowded around here for me anymore.
100%. and I'm a little different. The reason we are out here and not in the inner small, I love small towns. Absolutely. So my buddy,
but I still don't want to live in one. I have lived in the middle of nowhere for so long that I just don't want to. Sometimes I just don't want to be near anything.
I get that, man. But anyway, that's to kind of wrap up that last segment with the election cycle.
Yep.
I think that we are. Folks like me and you are going to have to be resigned to money buying votes, to apathy, to people being comfortable. And as long as the thing is not in their living room, they're okay with it. It doesn't matter how destructive to the society it is or it becomes.
Yep. Well, I don't know if you saw, I don't post a lot on Fascist Book, but I put out there that convenience will be the death of freedom, or it will destroy freedom. I should amend that. Comfort. We should add comfort to that, because convenience and comfort are going to be the destruction of freedom, and it's happening. We're seeing it. As far as data centers go, I just basically said, why not do it there? Why have these fights if they're so great? Put them near town, or put them in the middle of town on the vacant property that they've been maybe trying to sell forever, but they don't do that, do they?
Nope.
I mean, isn't that the place to put a big, ugly building?
Anyway. Big, ugly, loud, noisy, water-consuming, electricity-consuming building. Yeah.
Put it there.
There you go.
Okay, Dad says you guys are avid sports, but also he said this will affect the wildlife to a large extreme. I feel it will. It isn't like when you brought oil wells in when I was out hunting Wyoming, or even. I'll be honest. I've been around hunting areas where there's been a large group of windmills. I don't like them. They're noisy, by the way. Birds get killed, but it doesn't seem like it bothers deer and antelope. And you'll love this. The pipelines that were running through some of that land out there in Wyoming, well, the deer and the antelope and a lot of the other animals, they would kind of gather around them because that warm crude was going through there, kind of like the Alaskan pipeline did the same thing. And it kept the grass green year round, or it was a source of water because the snow was melting. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting to see. But data centers, they're not. They put out a frequency, everybody. And I've really dug into the whole frequency thing and how it's affected our lives. I mean, we went to linen sheets because of that and did grounding. And you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, Leon. And
I do.
I started learning about that when Leighton was so sick. And there is, and changing that frequency decibel back in, what was it, the 30s or 40s, changed everything. It surely did.
If you were waking up with headaches, if you find it hard to concentrate, it might not be like you're just getting old. You know, some people will just chalk it up to that. Ringing in your ears, hard to focus on one thing. All of those things, you should research it.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to leave it there. You should research it.
You really should. It's a very, very, it's real. And if you don't
have brain fog, God, I never used to have brain fog. What's going on here? Yeah.
Yep. That's because I can tell you, if you haven't read about it, you need to go and look it up. 432. Go look at 432 frequencies. Check that out. I'll give you just a hint. Go check it out. So
moved it up a little bit.
Yeah. One more thing. Dad says the people wonder why men in the past disappeared to live in the mountains. I get it. I truly do. I truly do.
That honorary old dude in that room over there used to tell me all the time. He used to tell all of us, "Oh, if I could, I'd be a hermit. I'd live on the mountain by myself." And I'm like, "Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
I get it."
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some of our creature comforts, but I'm not consumed by them, nor do they control me. I can walk away. I mean, I do quite a bit. Like today, I didn't realize that I left my phone in the house. Oh no, horrible, right? And I went out and cut some hay and worked on some equipment. I get in there, and I mean, people, where you at? What's going on? I'm okay, guys. If I don't answer, don't worry. I probably forgot the phone because that's a good thing to do once in a while.
I do that all the time. Ask my wife when I walk in, I drop everything, and I'm probably like I'm working on a 20 chicken coop out there. I'm clearing out I leveled out a shooting range that I'm putting up there out like in the north pasture. Like every minute that I can spend outdoors with Eli, that's what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
I mean,
wow, you need to get out here, Leon. I have a range. I'll show you my chicken Taj Mahal. I should call it Trump Chicken Taj Mahal because that's what it is. I built it thinking that they'd get tired of chickens and I could have it as a reloading room. So it's built. It's insulated. It's wired. I'm telling you, but yeah, chickens live in it. So. Gene Cox, hey, I haven't seen you here for a while. Says if you're going to the mountains, you're going to need a Hawken. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And for those of you that might not know what a Hawken is, look it up here. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back. And I don't know, should we cover some of these stories I sent you, or did you want to do anything else on the elections? I mean, I think we covered it, and I believe you're right.
Do you understand that these Second Amendment supporting companies like Ruger, they're going to the South because that's where the freedom is. Do you understand the irony?
Yeah, how about that? Isn't that something?
They're going south of the Mason-Dixon because freedom. So yeah, we can talk about that on the other side of this break.
And they're not the only ones that have done it. So yeah, we'll take a quick break here. Look up the word Hawken, everybody, so you know what that is. And then we're going to come back and talk about, well, Ruger for one, the ATF, which that's a whole nother thing. We'll do that after the break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just 1 block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. Kalon's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul's, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
All right, welcome back. Hey, I just wanted to plug everybody to the site. I haven't done that for a while. This is the new gunsandthe701.com site. You can tune in right there. It'll take you right there. Just click on that. We got some great gear here. These sweatshirts are pretty cool. We've sold a few of them, but I just haven't plugged any of this for a while. Of course, our founding sponsor right there at the top, Lauer Auto Repair, and I'm telling you, he's done a fantastic job, and they do great work. 309 South Washington Street, 701-258-6308. You're going to want to go check out the site. It's been completely reconfigured, and there we are. There's our pretty faces, Leon.
Look at that mug. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I can't remember where that picture come from. I'm not even sure, but I'm sure it come off of.
I had a friend, like I was headed to church, seriously, hand to God. I was headed to church, and like the sky was so blue, I just took a picture of myself, and I posted it on Facebook, and I had like some scripture or something or another. And then this friend of mine that does this sort of thing, he put me on a American flag backdrop made me look pretty, and like I'm like, oh my god, I'm a handsome fella. What just happened? Hello.
There, we're back. I don't know what I hit there. You gotta love it.
Oh, come on. What are we doing now?
I do not know.
You're becoming Perry now, man.
Oh, I don't usually do that. See, this is a little different setup than, I had that set up on the other one that I have. You must have set this up earlier today.
Background on here.
Know.
Okay.
We can do this.
You still got my background there.
Yeah. Well, see, this is the one you did when you were putting together things this afternoon.
Okay, that's why. Okay, that makes sense then.
No worries. Yep. I don't know if I can bring us just back together. I don't know. Should I see? No. Anyway, we're back. So I'm gonna put you up here though. There, that's better.
Sure.
So okay, let's just so Ruger, that's Ruger Sturm Ruger, and as you kind of alluded to in the break, guess what? They moved, and nobody knew it, huh?
Yeah.
They relocated their headquarters down. They were in Connecticut. Now, if anybody hasn't realized that, even Henry, you didn't realize Henry, Repeating Arms, they moved as well. I think they might still have a presence out there, but they moved. I think it was the Tennessee, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's not the first move that gun companies who used to be along that whole corridor. I mean, everybody, that's where the birth of firearms was up in Maine, New Jersey and New York, Connecticut, all Maryland. Think about that. All them places, Massachusetts, they all went commie and they've all left.
And think about this. There's a saying in the South where I'm from, the South will rise again. Think about the fact that all the gun manufacturers are moving to the South.
Something?
Yeah, like this is a classic business flight from high tax, anti-gun, northeast states to gun-friendly southern states. Like, think about Ruger was founded in Connecticut post-World War II, and now they're fully embracing where freedom thrives. And it seems to be in the South. I mean, it's like Texas and Florida and Louisiana and all of these great places.
Yep.
What are we going to do, man? We got to go.
Yeah. Hey, my sis, she says she needs a T-shirt. She chimed in. By the way, talking about someone who's escaping tyranny, they are moving. They're leaving Illinois and moving to Kentucky. There you go. So they're migrating south, aren't they?
Nice.
The cool thing is they're only going to be about 45 minutes, I think is what she said, from the Ark, encounter that Ken Ham went. So I'm kind of excited because I've been wanting to go see that. I can't think of a better reason. I'll go visit my sister and her husband, and we're going to go take in the Ark encounter. How cool would that be? Kentucky. Yep, there you go.
What is this? Haha, am I drunk? What are you talking about, Dan?
Come on, Dan. I don't know. I don't, that's a whole nother. I don't drink anymore at all. And that's just a choice I made. Nothing bad. It's just something I don't do anymore. And I wasn't an alcoholic by any means. If anyone knows me knows I didn't drink much to begin with, but I don't do it anymore. So if you want some good moonshine from Alabama, I can get you some because buddies of mine bring it up here when they go deer hunting.
We got to talk.
Just gonna go to waste.
So. And me, like in certain, I like to, like, I'm outside a lot. So my drinking has gone way down because I need to be alert. I need to be aware. Like all of the things. I'm with my son. We need to do certain things. I need to be aware. What's going on. Now I'm not Clay. I'm not gonna say I don't drink. because I do. But
Oh, that's
all in moderation.
yep, all in moderation. Like I said, it had nothing to do with that I thought it was wrong, or it's something I just quit doing. I didn't do it anyway. I'm not going to do it. So I guess. I mean, look at Trump. He says he's never touched a drop.
Yep.
And I do believe him. He's got no reason to lie about it, really. So anyway, getting back to Ruger. So they had their largest, as they put it in here, because our largest footprint and employee base and production capacity is in Mayodan. Am I actually pronouncing that right? I think so, because that's where they're moving to in North Carolina. And they did this in January 2026, and that's where they moved to. And that was a Ruger spokesman, Rob Workmeister. He wrote that in a statement to the Connecticut Insider. I did not go look that up. I probably should have, but I imagine they asked, why'd you leave? Well, that's a pretty easy question. Let's see, Connecticut, you're commies, you got high taxes. I mean, it's not a hard question to answer.
All of the things.
Yeah. Additionally, we're using less than 20% of the total footprint of the Southport facility now over in the recent years. So, yeah, why keep it, right? If you're 20%, that's it. Why, if you're only using 20% of a facility, it's just costing you money. You just might as well get rid of it. Roughly 20 employees based in the state. Let's see, none of them lost their jobs, and they weren't forced to relocate from the move. Some of the company's key personnel, which was their chief executive, their officer, chief financial officer, general counsel, they did not have offices in Southport anymore anyway. So that wasn't a big thing. I mean, they just basically said, we're done with this. And if you guys didn't know, William Batterman Ruger, he opened up, it was kind of a small machine shop, kind of like a lot of these companies did, Leon. They started up as little, hobbies, right? Really. Yeah. Said, hey, let's build some guns, back when the country was free. 3D printers, we could do that now, but that's a whole other story. Yeah. Anyway, he started it up, and then right after World War II, he was between jobs. He designed what would become the Ruger Standard Model 22 pistol. Now, if no one has ever shot one of them, I highly suggest giving it a whirl.
Yep.
It's a very iconic pistol. I actually have one here that was my father-in-law's. That's how I got it. And I mean, they're cool, and it's old. It's a piece of history. Here's how Sturm's name comes. So Alexander Sturm, that was in 1949, formed a partnership. He gave the $50,000. Think about that, $50,000 in 1949. That was a chunk of change.
Yeah.
It actually bought some. That was seed money and designed the company logo. And now this next part I knew about. He died young. He was only like 28 years old when he died. So when that happened, that's when your logo turned black. I like Rugers. So I've got a lot of Rugers with the red logo design on them. If you ever look at your Ruger logo, it turned black. And that was in memory and kind of a tribute to Mr. Alexander Sturm. That's what started that, if you didn't know. So there, you got a little gun history there, didn't you? But yeah, it's nice to see that they went ahead and they moved. They said, the heck with this. We are not staying here in this state. And they are now in Mayodan, North Carolina.
I like when Democrats wake up in the morning and they think, like, think about this. So a couple of days ago, Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire. Do you know what happened immediately after that? All of the Democrats coming out. Oh, we got to make sure he's the last. Why? There should never be a trillionaire. We got to find a way to tax everything about them is anti-actual progress. Elon Musk, he's not like just twiddling his fingers. He's not going to Walmart with his food stamps. He's like, the dude's out here building things that will get us off planet, visit Mars, put our internet in the stratosphere. He's building electric cars. He's building, seriously, NASA couldn't figure out how to build a rocket that they could reuse and land vertically. And just a tiny aside, if you think we landed on the moon, You're an idiot. But anyway, I'm going to
Oh, we're not even going to start that tonight.
We're not going to start. We're not going to start. But the fact of the matter is, Elon Musk is value added to our society. And they can't think of anything better to do than to tax the crap out of him. And that's what they've been doing to these. Like, if I owned a big Fortune 500 company, why in the heck would I be in a liberal run state? Like, there's no incentive. There's zero incentive to doing that.
And the fact that a bunch of his employees become millionaires because of it, that's just a horrible guy, isn't it?
It just goes right over there. You got line cook. You got.
By the way, he's the first South African to do it.
No, he's the first African American. Don't be taking pride from me.
There you go.
The first African American trillionaire.
There you go.
All that, man. That's us. That's me.
Just riles. Poke that bear a little bit more, right? My sister said there's a big auto parts store that's leaving Illinois and moving to Tennessee. This godforsaken state is the epitome of a cesspool. Hey, man, I've been telling you that for forever, sis. So, yeah, I could. Illinois and California, they're all lost. I don't see how you ever bring them back. And I mean, I'm glad there's patriots behind. I call it behind enemy lines, fighting for gun rights and fighting for freedom and the Constitution. But I think they're all going to be like the Alamo. They're going to fight, but they're going to be overtook. That's the thing I think is going to happen. So let's see. I'm just kind of looking through. Truth and Paul says, what's JD got here? He says, honestly, fellas, we have more 2A freedoms, access to more types of guns, CCW in more states, and close to actual full auto rifles and handguns than we have now. Well, I don't think that's even an issue. We know that, just not in some states. I mean,
and Democrats are working their butts off to try to curtail that. Like they're moving towards this whole lawfare thing, and we're going to talk about if we have time. We're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
But Democrats, their entire outlook on when they wake up in the morning, they're like, "Hey, how can I curtail some freedom? How can I erode some liberty? This pesky Constitution keeps getting in my way." I have a visual that when Democrats wake up, they're like literally trying to fight their way out of a wet paper Constitution all the way to the Senate House or to Congress or to wherever they're going. Like,
well, it's the truth.
And if we let up one iota, they're going to take whatever they can, and it will be hard as hell to get back. So I agree with you, Jamie, but we can't give them an inch.
No, and I can tell you right now, I've seen this. I've been in many political cycles. Right now with a president, and it happens to be Trump, but any president that's has the appearance and does do it possibly, protect the 2A, people on our side get complacent. That's the difference between us and our enemies. The enemies never quit fighting. Even when their guys are in office, they don't quit fighting. In fact, they hammer down because they're going to pass as much as we can. Then we get these little, I almost let a bad word slip. We get these guys like Thune, who I am embarrassed to say I helped on his campaign. He works against us every single day. He can call it what he wants. Has he supported some 2A legislation? Yes. But when you fight the president every inch of the way on any legislation coming through, you are not a patriot. You are the enemy. And John Thune needs to go. And there's several others like that. We might be getting rid of the old establishment, but people like Thune just stepped up and replaced him and became him. I don't know what happens in that Senate when they stay there too long, but it changes these guys, every single one of them.
100%.
Kelly says they are thinking what they can take from someone else with little to no effort. Yeah, I mean, but they're willing to put in effort too. Now, Democrats, I'll give them this. I bet you'd agree, Leon. They stick together, don't they?
100%. And that's the danger. The danger of people like Thune, and like when we're talking about the SAVE Act and things like that, is they'll play footsie with us until they build what they're trying to build. and then we will never get it back. We
right.
will never get it back. They will use the levers of power the way they used it during COVID, during January 6th, and during anything.
We saw it.
Yeah, we saw a sneak peek.
It was a test run.
Exactly. And
the reason they haven't struck again so hard is because they didn't exactly get the result. I think they really thought that they'd have a better foothold after what they did in 2020 on all of us, and they didn't. The Midwest said, here's a big old middle finger, just stick it, right? And I think they were counting on us laying down.
Again, if we're thinking about like how far they're willing to go, again, we had topless trannies on the White House lawn.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, we could be England, where if I am live streaming right now, a cop could knock on my door and say, "Hey, you said the word tranny," and we see that here, and now you got to go to jail, or we could be, or commie or whatever. We could be over there in England right now today. What's his name, Starmer or whatever? They basically, you have to have a digital ID to get on the internet, and they couch it as protecting the children.
No, it's all you got safety.
Yeah. Again, if you think our Second Amendment rights are secure because we have that piece of paper back there, Democrats will shred that thing faster than.
It's like a temporary hold because of the current administration. Plain and 100%. Simple. And I can tell you right now, everybody, if we lose the Senate, the Democrats will drop the filibuster. They'll nuke it.
100%.
Now, granted, I doubt Trump will sign much, but they're going to do it anyway because they don't care. They like making the statement. I always hated that anyway. Well, we don't want to have a vote on our side because we can't win. Have the vote. Then we know who the commies are in our own party. This idea that you don't ever do it and play along to get along and be nice. No, that's over.
And this is another reason why Jamie makes a really good point. And you just made a really good point. I said, I can't remember now because my day is just weird. But there are folks that want to vote Democrat, just so the folks in North Dakota, get a taste. Like a couple of election cycles, I said this I was pissed off and that sort of thing. We can't do that. Like we let them in the door and they have that power again. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And I do believe that, if you look at everything that advanced data centers, technology, surveillance. So, you've never been here, but you've been in places like here. Kelly, who's been listening, he knows what it's like out here. We never had a cell tower here till after 2020. All of a sudden, there was a federal program. You know why? Because it was a dead area. What's that?
What are we doing, JD? I don't understand this mindset, man. Conservatives are going to be as big doomers as Dems. We're kicking and the far right is a bunch of TDS. I don't understand. You got to clarify that, man.
Yeah. I don't like knee-jerk reactions, period. Yeah. I never have. And I don't buy into the media. I don't buy into what they're saying. I get my sources from real places, or I have a lot of inside information from the things I've done in my life and the people and connections I've made. Could I tell you some things? Yeah, but it's not beneficial. and I can tell you it's never what it appears. And I don't, even on conservative news channels, it's not what it appears. It never is. Read the numbers. Follow the money. Follow the money, and you'll get a clear picture as to what really is happening. That is all you need to do. I really don't care what pundits say most of the time because 100%. That's what they get paid to do, lie. You got Pork Chop over there in Fargo. That's what I call Rob. He just spouts off and squeals, and that's about all he gets done. But the doom and gloom thing, it's been going on. It's not going to quit. It'll continue. I ignore it. It's noise. It's just noise.
I'm not a doom and gloomer. I love this country. I love where I'm at. And I tell Eli this: the only person that has any agency over me is me, and so those idiots in Washington can do whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. I have agency over me, and I know that my God above, as long as I'm serving Him and working for His purpose, I'm going to be all right.
You got nothing to fear. Absolutely,
So,
and that's what it comes down to for me, Leon, and that's a big change for me in recent. 9 months ago, a lot of things changed for me, and that's where I'm at too. I don't worry. I really don't. Now I'm going to put up the fight, not like I used to, but I'm still going to be there, just in a different capacity. But I'm not going to get into yelling matches. I sure am not going to get on Facebook and have a texting argument with some moron. I'm not going to do it. I don't do it no more. It's stupid. Because I'll be honest, I'd rather meet the guy, see what he has to say, and then maybe knock his teeth through the back of his head if needed. But that's
my God.
A year ago that might happen. But I try not to do that.
So you might hear a thing or two about a thing or two.
Well, that's okay. I'm not there anymore. I don't do it that way anymore. But I'm not worried, no matter what the outcomes are. I'm really not. We've been through it before. I do believe though that after 2020, and they saw that they made their move. It didn't work. Not that they wanted it, they didn't get it. Yep. That's when you started seeing AI technology start picking up faster. That's when you started seeing data centers. That's when you started seeing, like I said, cell towers. We didn't have cell towers. All of a sudden, there was a federal program to put cell towers in all these rural areas. That had nothing to do with giving us phone service. That's so they can triangulate, pinpoint, and track you. Because there's still not a lot out here.
You remember the Lumbee tribe and them getting the high-speed internet out to every... How much of that actually... where is that?
Good question.
Money went out.
Nope.
What happened with that? We don't question enough.
Yeah, there's so much of that happens. It's like, oh, where'd that go? I don't know. We just gave it to them. And that happens here in North Dakota, too. In fact, we're getting ready to have a board meeting on something that I feel that's what that money does. But so Jamie says that conservatives are complaining about where the country is at. Listen to the people on the radio, K-Fire Afternoon, people calling Bongino. So it happens. It does.
Yep.
I've also been involved in the markets. I pay zero attention to what markets are doing on the radio or on the news. I've been in this a long time playing that, and I've done well in it. I'm telling you right now, everything affects a market temporarily and short term. Gas will come back down, especially if oil sticks around that $70 a barrel. It will come down. Will it come down as fast as it went up? No. Should have it affected us at all? No, because we don't get our oil through the strait.
That's a whole other show, buddy. That's a
whole other show. But I can tell you that being in the markets, people used it to manipulate that, run the price up, and then they took their profits. That's how that works. I'm sure you know that.
Yep.
And they'll use anything to do that. The screwworm. They're trying to kill us in the cattle market, guys. This screwworm ain't by accident. By the way, we do know what the New World screwworm was. We've had the New World screwworm, and we defeated it. We know how to treat it. It's not that tough. So, yeah, price gouging. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, Dan, absolutely.
100%. 100% that.
I do got to mention this, though, unless you got something to wrap on what we were talking about. I'm gonna run right into the ATF thing because I like bashing the ATF.
Oh, sure. 100%.
So you read this article, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So Texas, I love Texas. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Paxton down there, isn't it? And it is mentioned in here. So Texas federal court, they issued their final judgment and they struck down the engaged in business. So I'm sure, did you hear about that when that all came forth from the Biden era?
Yeah.
Basically, the engaged in business. If I had sold you a gun and they deemed that it was unusual or whatever they wanted to call it, because it was very broad, they could have said that, oh, I'm a felon now because I sold you a gun without an FFL. That's
There
really
were-
what could happen.
There were vague factors like frequency, online sales, quick resales, profit motive, that sort of thing.
Yep.
So it would turn like a casual private seller or a collector or an inheritor into a dealer requiring an FFL. That's the thing.
They broadened the term dealer so broad that it, and this isn't new either, everybody. We just based on the conversation we just have, Democrats never give up. They look and they search and they connive and they cheat and they steal to try and take your freedom away. This private sale thing has been protected forever, but they decided, hey, we'll go at it from this way. We'll change the rules and then we'll change how we do it, and we'll do it regulatorily. This is what I hate about regulatory. I don't even like executive orders. I don't like things that don't have to be passed and vetted, basically. And that's what happened. You had a rogue ATF under a regime where the president clocked out. Let's just face it, Biden was not there. Yep. Then you get idiots like Cornyn. That's why Cornyn got beat. Trump endorsed the other guy, but that is not why he got beat. I know a lot of people still in Texas. They were still pissed off because he actually voted for the bipartisan, as Jamie used to call it, I did, the Unsafer Communities Act.
Yep.
And he was supposed to be a stellar Second Amendment supporter, which he never was. He was always soft on that. And we're going to find out. I can tell you right now, I'm going to predict that the Republican beats the Democrat. I don't see that they have that base yet to just strictly go Democrats voting for Democrats. Tallarico is a lunatic as far as I'm concerned, but he is a silver-tongued devil. I'll give him that.
100%.
But I don't think he's going to win. Anyway, so the Texas versus ATF, that was a ruling, and this isn't procedural. It exposed flaws in the overreaching regulation, which it did, turned millions of Americans like you and me into basically felons by the stroke of a pen. I always hate that, stroke of a pen. I've been a felon a couple times by the stroke of a pen, but then it gets overturned with the next administration. But that's a whole nother show, too. And let's face it, any unelected bureaucratic alphabet agency will always stretch the law into regulation that it's the old concept. If no one challenges it, then we can do it, right? That's basically what that comes down to. So they rolled out
the court just said, not today.
Not today. They just said, nope, not today. It's not going to happen. And like you said, factors like frequency, online platforms, what's a dealer and what constitutes it? Did you make a profit? Crap like that. And that's what it was. They did that to make it clear that it was impossible to say you weren't dealing by the new parameters they set. They couldn't get a law, so they regulatorily said, oh, this is our new rule that we have defined. Well, who's you? Unelected bureaucrats? You don't have a right to define the rule that was set by law, but they do it all the time.
Yeah, I like the discussion they had, the historical tradition test.
Yes.
So by extrapolating that out, they were able to come to the conclusion that there was no basis for regulating private, non-commercial transfers.
Yep.
Like the court was like, no. So it's to us, it's common sense.
Absolutely.
But you got to keep your eye on this. And I'm glad that folks like the gun owners of America and Texas and folks like that are out there fighting those fights. That's why you should support, even if they do a couple of things that you're like, these are the people that are fighting the fight. That
Second Amendment Foundation also gets involved in a lot of these fights.
Yep.
In fact, that's what they do. And NRA actually wrote, it's not in the article because Gun Owners of America was the primary.
Yep.
But all the groups, just like in the Supreme Court case that got unfortunately tossed, didn't get tossed, they didn't hurt it, they denied it. But they do all team up a lot. And that's good. Because if they didn't, we'd probably be in a world of hurt. And let's just face it, the same people that are working on these kinds of things and the things that are happening in New York are the same lawyers That is why the whole protection and lawful commerce for firearm manufacturers passed, on the other case. So we didn't have to do this because the tobacco lawyers, the guys that successfully negotiated that, it's the same tactic, and a lot of it's the same lawyer. Basically, they don't care if they win. They want to keep these companies in court fighting against this stuff till they're broke and they got to go out of business. They don't care. They just don't care. They want to win.
It's lawfare. That's what it is.
It's lawfare, plain and simple. And you can pass anything you want. You can make any regulation. They don't care. They will find a workaround. That's what they do. But yeah, I'd love to see this. It was challenged. It was a great outcome. Basically, they said, nope, not today. Up yours, ATF. And as far as I'm concerned, we don't need an ATF. We do not need the ATF. I just watched. What's that?
No, sorry. You go ahead.
Oh, I just watched Ted Nugent over the weekend, and of course Ted's out there, but Ted's not wrong. And he goes, "We don't need the ATF to tell us how to buy tobacco and alcohol and firearms." He goes, "What kind of agency? We don't need that." And he's right. We don't need them. Now, I don't know what it would take to get rid of the ATF. It's not a constitutionally set agency, I don't think. I should look into that, but I think I wouldn't know why a president couldn't just say, "You're all dismissed." I do like the new director that's in there though right now, but that changes when you get a commie in there. That's that Blanche, I believe, is his name.
Oh yeah, Todd Blanche,
and he's been doing some great things. But it will switch again. That pendulum will swing. It don't matter. We could even win in 2028, but eventually the other side takes control. It's the cycle of politics.
And again, this is why it's so important. Like, I am an originalist. We had a show about this. It is the reason why you stick to that. Yeah, you stick to this because it doesn't matter if the pendulum swings. You stick to this.
It's right here.
That's the whole historical relevance of it. Yep. And that's where I fall on pretty much everything. I think that document back there is a spectacular document. I do. And
you don't need a lawyer to tell you what it says. It was written in plain English because very few people read even when that was done. So it was made easy to understand. There's nothing hidden in there. It's clear. They just don't want to follow it. They don't like what it says.
Again, I'm telling you, rhinos and Democrats, if they could rip that thing up and start over, they would. And this country would be decimated. We would not look anything like we would. It would shatter this country right along the Mason-Dixon. As far as I'm concerned, and some of the Dakotas, But yeah,
me and Deacons, when we were doing some shows here, we did a whole thing on Civil War and what it might look like today. And it's completely different. I mean, there's what's that?
That's a whole nother show, buddy.
Oh yeah. And like I made the contention. I go, well, it'd be very, very different. I've got an idea where the lines would be, but let's just face it. The lines that would align up with like people like me and you are also the same areas that hold crops, water, military bases. You start going down, the ones that like to try and take our freedoms, they don't have anything. I mean, we have North Dakota. We got oil, gas, coal. We do have some refineries, and without a restraint, we'll just build some more. I mean, we have everything we need throughout the corridor of this country.
You know the funniest thing I've ever seen, like during the UFC event, the liberals had their little stupid event, and who was that woman, Bette Midler?
Bette Midler,
and she's singing, "We will fight the fascists," blah blah blah. And I'm looking at her, little stage of beta boys up there, and then you cut to the UFC event, and I'm like, dude, this is a fight. This is not a fight you can win.
I caught some clips of that too. How'd you like them banging their little drums and dancing?
Oh
on
my
there?
God!
I was like, oh,
Julie through the screen, man.
get them boys some testosterone shots, man.
100%. That would be embarrassed. Like if you're going up against the Trump 250 thing, you got to bring it, man. And they did not. I mean, oh my God. The Eagle had more testosterone than all of the guys on that stage.
That was pretty pathetic. As I caught clips of that too. I was like, are you kidding me? And by the way, Matt, you should stay retired. You didn't do yourself any service there. You do not have a voice, and I don't know if she ever really did, but she definitely don't have one anymore.
Yep.
It was not a good show. It was an embarrassment, and I guess they don't care. Again, they don't care. They'll still be supported. Probably raised a bunch of money doing it. Who knows? Because it's not about it. It's just about winning.
Yeah, it's all everything that makes this country great. They stand against.
Absolutely.
Everything that is just culture eroding. Like we're not reproducing on a level that we need to reproduce in order to sustain the population of this country. And if you look at liberals, everything they promote does exactly that thing. You know, the sodomy, the transsexuality, girl, you just go out and you just do your thing, and then we got this little pill to take care of it, and Planned Parenthood, and like all of the things that they love and embrace are the things that erode and decimate a culture. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Yep. Did you see what Jamie said? You couldn't tell if that was De Niro or Trent Loose at the podium. Oh my goodness. But you're right. Those are the things that destroy culture. That's what. And then when you let millions of people into this country without vetting them, with nothing, just come on in, and they don't become part of America. They stay their own little cultures. That destroys it from within it, and it always has, and it always will. I mean, we've seen countries that are saying, "Nope, we're done with this immigration thing," and they're kicking them out and they're stopping it because it's destroying their way of life. You can't have that. If you want to come here, I guess come here legally. I want all of it shut down. We don't need any more people in this country.
10 years,
10 years, and it's not the first time it's happened either. I really would love to see it shut down. Let's get a handle on things. And Friday we're going to talk about these H-1B visas and all the fraud that's in those things. Like, man, we're getting hammered coming and going. Like, it is just amazing to me that we're still even operating. Between the illegal immigration and the like, you got Somalians that come over here and they have a 15% IQ, and they're like just raking billions of dollars in and sending. Like, how this is unsustainable. It's unsustainable, and it's by design, Leon. It is the goal. That's the one way they figured if you can't beat them, then breed them out or import people.
Dilute them. If you can't beat them, dilute them. That's what they're doing. And they said that was racist. They said that was bigoted. Oh, what? The Great Replacement is a white supremacist dog. No. We can see it. We can see it. And I'm a black guy. I see it. Like
that. We could have a whole different show on what has happened to the population and how it's shifted. In fact, if you've ever watched the movie Idiocracy, we're living it. Okay.
Oh, here's the camera. Boom. Yeah. 100%.
On that note, I think I'll save this for Friday morning with Todd. I think you guys want to tune in on Friday morning. I'm going to talk about the U.S. Supreme Court decision to not hear a case. And, of course, we're going to have our happy ending chronicle Friday night. Well, you just heard Leon with BlackBeardLogic. He's got a good show lined up. You're going to want to tune in. Of course, Sunday Sportsman Devotion. Don't want to miss that as either. So I got nothing else. So, I mean, is there any parting words you want to leave with the viewers tonight?
Well, the thing I want to say is we need to keep folks like Matt Simon. We need to keep him close. We need to keep him in our prayers. We need more people like him. We need leaders like him to actually lead. I think the current crop of politicians are not leaders. They're these kind of guys.
Yep, that's
okay.
exactly
We're going that way. That's and you can't have that and hold true north. You cannot have that and your culture holds true north. So that's what I would say. That's how I would end this. And check out BlackBeardLogic.
Absolutely. Do it.
Friday. I'm going to yell a little bit, but it'll be tame.
I'm going to yell a little bit. All
right, everybody. A couple things about a couple things.
Just a couple things, right? Hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks for the signing up for the subscriptions. We appreciate that. And when I messed up and hit the wrong button, I lost all that. I'm not going to put it on now, so that's fine. Ladies, I appreciate everybody tuning in every night right here, Tuesday night, 7:00 p.m. in the Mountain Time Zone, 8:00 p.m. in the Central Time Zone. Leon, it's been a pleasure. And I'll talk to you soon. By the way, I think I'm going to try to get your present, your Freedom Rod. My wife's got to go up there tomorrow, so I'm going to get a hold of David and see if we can't get that taken care of.
Good God, man. You got to give me more notice.
Well, it can stay with David until you get there.
Okay.
You don't have to instantly show up. That's why. And honestly, Danelle's been going up there twice a week because they're taking chiropractor treatments for both Leighton and for Danelle. So,
yeah, you guys out here. We got to set up time.
We tried. I tried when we were coming through, but that just didn't work.
But my wife set me up for all of these kids.
Yeah, you were out there running the big marathon, so.
And then she signed me up for the air thing, and I'm there for like 8 hours with little kids running around. But I love her.
There is one possibility. I know Kelly's been listening tonight, and if Kelly ends up coming out here, or one of his sons end up going back out to Valley City, there's a chance I could get it there easier than getting back to Fargo anytime soon. So, but we'll stay in touch, Leon.
We'll figure it out.
We'll get it covered.
I'll just say, God bless. Good night. I'm gonna go and see what I've been hearing him banging around in that kitchen for the last 20 minutes. So I got to go in there and see what's going on in there.
And I got to give a quick congratulations to Dan Johnson II. He got married on the 13th. Good Christian man, found himself a nice wife. And of course, his dad, Dan, and Wendy, and his mom are great people. By the way, that's mine and Danelle's anniversary. So I thought that was kind of cool too. But yeah, with that, congratulations to them. Now they need to go forth and multiply so we can start voting out liberals.
I told him that, actually.
Did you?
I'm like, get on it, man. We're behind. You got to get on
it. Everybody, thank you again. God bless all of you. Thank our sponsors for supporting the show. And keep your powder dry because you're going to need it probably. Catch everybody next week.